Hi, everyone. It's Shelley, and welcome to episode 44 of Snowed, the Michael Snow is a Fraud story. So, today I just want to do a little bit of a recap. The Jeep, yes, in fact, the Jeep was financed by me, and currently the plates are in my name. Mr. Snow has the Jeep in hiding. The Harley Davidson motorcycle was financed by a friend of mine, and that has since been sold. The Range Rover was financed by a woman in Alberta, and she ended up paying for that, and the Range Rover ended up just being towed away for scrap. It was an abandoned vehicle by the time it left here. The semi that was purchased with my land was repossessed, and my land currently has a lien on it in excess of what it's worth. The Toyota Yaris was financed by Denise, and that has since been taken back and turned into a new vehicle for Denise. I want to just go over some of the lies that Mr. Snow likes to tell women. First and foremost, that he's a former U.S. Marine, and that is absolutely not the case. Number one, he's not a U.S. citizen. He was born in Canada. I know I have seen his birth certificate. I realized, what the heck? I have a photo of his birth certificate. I no longer have it in my possession. I sent it back to him, but it does, you can see, and I for, ethical reasons, I did cross out his birth date and the registration number, but you can see up there, Newfoundland, Snow, Michael Paul, male. That's his. As well, I also have this document right here, and you can see it's from the Department of the Navy. Department of the Navy, Headquarters, United States Marine Corps. And for the Freedom of Information Act, I got to find out for free that Mr. Snow is not a Marine, nor was he ever a Marine. And so, it was really quite simple. If any of you would like to give that a whirl, try. You just have to send in your request, and they check for you, and they send the information right back. So, again, that is Department of the Navy, Headquarters, United States Marine Corps. Easy peasy. Not a Marine. As well, Mr. Snow does like to say he was in the Marine Corps quite young. I think he liked to say that he had his first placement at about 17, and that was in Japan. But in fact, I have paperwork that states he was actually in juvenile detention at that time. Thanks for being a hoarder, Mr. Snow. As well, there are requirements to be a Marine. One of them being that you have to have a high school diploma. Now, if you ask Mr. Snow when he got his high school diploma, it wasn't until he was in prison. And I don't think that's changed over the years. Oh, and it also says you'd have to be a United States citizen between 20 and 28. Well, so how could you have your first deployment at 17? It's ridiculous. At any rate, he's not a U.S. citizen. You just saw that. And yes, I did have some high-end jewelry that I purchased with money that my grandmother left me in her will. And that is what I purchased with my money. And that was supposed to go to my daughter. Yeah, only Mr. Snow can answer where that is. As well, I just want you to know, there are, when I started unraveling all of this, I literally stopped counting at 20 women. And there are so many more that I know of that I don't know their names. There are so many more that have reached out to me. I mean, truly, this story, it's crazy. I can't even fathom how many women he was probably with while he was, supposed to be in a committed relationship with me. And so many of them say the same thing, that they thought they were in a relationship. He moves very quickly. He's looking to get what he can from you, really. I've had people reach out to me from his past before he went to prison the first time. I've had people reach out to me it was quite recent. And if you have watched the whole series, and we go back to the part where after the assault in Calgary, he stays in Ontario for quite a length of time. He was actually dating someone there. And so I recently, that was confirmed for me. That was absolutely confirmed. He used to say, well, she's just a friend. She's just a friend. He was actually in a relationship with her. Took her to look at multi-million-dollar homes, trying to make sure that it had a helicopter pad, for his helicopter. As well, He took money from her, too. Unfortunately, this woman has since passed away. And so that's one more woman that's gone to the grave with Mr. Snow owing money to. As well, I think you've heard it referenced if you've watched the entire series that Mr. Snow is in fact engaged. Yes, there are still women out there who, despite the TikToks and all the warnings, believe everything that comes out of his mouth. So I'm not going to reveal this woman's name because, to be very honest with you, I kind of feel sorry for her. I'm sure she's a very smart and intelligent woman. She says, friends and family, the unbelievable and unexpected has finally happened to us. Michael Snow and I are engaged to be married. He asked one of her children for approval to marry his mom and her mother if he could incorporate her engagement ring that was given to me into a custom new engagement ring, and everyone said yes. So there you have it. I'll wear his ring on my finger until mine is completed. We will announce dates in a further post, but it's happening fast. Of course it is. That's how he works. I love this man. This man loves me. Of course he does. I'm so happy. This man loves me, worships me, and only wants the best for me, for us. I'm sure he does. Now, although I'm not going to reveal this woman's name, I truly can't make this shit up. She's a newly retired corrections officer. No, honestly, I can't. This story is like writing itself. Truly. One more thing, back to the woman he was in a relationship with in Ontario after the assault in Calgary. He told her that he had recently sold a tech company, and that's where his money came from. As well, his friend Karen spent time with them, so obviously she knew they were a couple while he was with me. They also met the ex-wife. Stay tuned for 45.